Guys, it's Amanda from AmandaReads, and today I am coming to you with a pretty exciting book haul. In the past 2 weeks, I have purchased 16 books. So from Book Outlet, Target, and Amazon. Love book haul videos, they're my favorite. I don't really remember everything that I bought, so that makes it extra exciting, yay! Okay, let's get started. So the first package is from Amazon. This is a book that I have heard about everywhere. Like, everyone in my master's class has been talking about it. I'm not really sure what age group this book is for, but I'm assuming that kids can read it, but it just sounds like an amazing book. And it sounds kind of like Wonder by R.J. Palacio, so if you've read that and you liked it, you're gonna love this. And it is called Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. I have literally heard about this book in real life everywhere, but I haven't heard about it on BookTube, so I had to buy it, and I want to read it this month, and I'm going to read you the synopsis. 11-year-old Melody has a photographic memory. Her head is like a video camera that is always recording. Always. And there's no delete button. She's the smartest kid in her whole school, but no one knows it. Most people, her teachers and doctors included, don't think she's capable of learning, and up until recently, her school days consisted of listening to the same preschool-level alphabet lessons again and again and again. If only she could speak up. If only she could tell people what she thinks and knows. But she can't, because Melody can't talk. She can't walk, she can't write. Being stuck inside her head is making Melody go out of her mind. That is, until she discovers something that will allow her to speak for the first time ever. At last, Melody has a voice, but not everyone around her is ready to hear it. I forget what disability this girl has, but basically she can't do anything, but she's super smart, and it is just crazy, and I've just heard such great things. Next, I'm going to show you all the books that I purchased at Target when I was allowed to go to Target by myself and walk in the book aisle. Months ago, I bought A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall, and I absolutely loved it. So when I saw that Sandy Hall had another book out, it was not even a matter of reading the back, it was just an instant buy for me, and it is Signs Point to Yes by Sandy Hall. It's got like the same cover as A Little Something Different, but it's not like a series, so I just like the way that she designs her books. If only Jane's magic 8-ball could tell her how to get through the summer. With her perfect sister Margot home for her perfect internship, Jane is not going to be able to spend the summer writing fan fiction as she had planned. And her emergency babysitting job requires Jane to spend the whole summer in awkward proximity to her new crush Tio, a nerdy hot lifeguard with problems of his own. With his best friend out of town, Tio finds himself without anyone to confide in, except Jane. Will Jane and Tio be able to salvage each other's summer? Even the magic 8-ball doesn't have the answer, but signs point to yes. I am so excited! I don't think that this one is told through like a trillion different perspectives, but I love the way that Sandy Hall did romance in the other book, so I'm super excited for this. Next, I picked up I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I have not yet seen this cover, and I absolutely just love the cover, so I kind of just bought this for the cover, but I've also heard good things about it on BookTube, and the quote on the front says, "We were all heading for each other on a collision course, no matter what. Maybe some people are just meant to be in the same story." And then the inside is like the cover that I've seen before. At first, Jude and her twin brother are Noah and Jude, inseparable. Noah draws constantly and is falling in love with the charismatic boy next door, while daredevil Jude cliff dives and does all the talking for both of them. Years later, they are barely speaking. Something has happened to change the twins in different yet equally devastating ways. But then Jude meets an intriguing, irresistible boy and a mysterious new mentor. The early years are Noah's to tell, the later years are Jude's, but they each have only half the story, and if they can find their way back to one another, they'll have a chance to remake their world. Yeah, obviously I was gonna pick this up, it sounds so freaking good, and all these books at Target were 20% off, so I couldn't even handle it. The next book shouldn't be a surprise because in my wrap-up, I said, I really have to get this book, and I did, and it's Cress by Marissa Meyer, and I've talked about the Lunar Chronicles before. I'm not going to read the back of this because it'll spoil you if you haven't read it yet, but this book is flipping ginormous. It's so thick, and I'm so excited, but I'm not going to buy Winter until it's in paperback because I want them all to match.
Oh my goodness, the cover got bent. I ruined this book before I even read it. And I really bought it for the cover.
So I bought The Fifth Wave, the movie tie-in, because I'm obsessed with Chloe Moretz. And then it was bent in the back. And so it's that type of paperback where when you bend it back, it gets the white line that's rough. This is like actually really upsetting me. So this is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. And all it says on the back is, after the first wave, only darkness remains. After the second, only the lucky escape. And after the third, only the unlucky survive. After the fourth wave, only one rule applies. Trust no one. Okay, moving on. It's not the end of the world. So I bought The Fifth Wave, and then to force myself to read The Fifth Wave, I also bought The Infinite Sea, which is the second book of The Fifth Wave. Finally, we get to my book outlet box. And there are, I think, 10 books in here. This is like Merry Christmas to me. There's a hole in my book outlet box. The books better not be ruined. Okay, all right, let's go. Oh my god, I'm so excited because I just saw the first book in here and good one. Okay, first of all, this book looks so friggin' nice in person. Holy crap. Okay, so this book is, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, this is House of Secrets by Chris Columbus and Ned Vizzini. Just take a second. Okay, just take a second. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness. Then look at the binding. Oh my goodness, it gets better. Then look at the back. Wait for it. And then you have the freaking beveled pages. Look at the inside. Brendan, Eleanor, and Cordelia Walker once had everything. 2 loving parents, a beautiful house in San Francisco, and all the portable electronic devices they could want. But everything changed when Dr. Walker lost his job in the wake of a mysterious incident. Now in dire straits, the family must relocate to an old Victorian house that used to be the home of occult novelist Denver Kristoff, a house that feels simultaneously creepy and too good to be true. By the time the Walkers realize that one of their neighbors has sinister plans for them, they're banished to a primeval forest way off the grid. Their parents? Gone. Their friends? A world away. And they aren't alone. Bloodthirsty medieval warriors patrol the woods around them, supernatural pirates roam the neighboring seas, and a power-hungry queen rules the land. To survive, the siblings will have to be braver than they ever thought possible, and fight against their darkest impulses. The key may lie in their own connection to the secret Kristoff legacy, but as they unravel that legacy, they'll discover it's not just their family that's in danger, it's the entire world. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the real reason I bought this book. It is blurbed on the front and the back by J.K. Rowling. A breakneck, jam-packed roller coaster of an adventure about the secret power of books. House of Secrets comes complete with 3 resourceful sibling heroes, a seriously creepy villainess, and barrel loads of fantasy and fear. So, if J.K. Rowling wants to blurb a book, it's an automatic buy for me. And this book is so flipping gorgeous. Like this spine on my bookshelf, like, you're jealous. You're so jealous right now. Okay, next I have Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. There is a huge sticky spot right here. Like there was a sticker and they peeled it off and it's actually sticky. Hear that? Gross! Britt Pfeiffer has trained to backpack the Teton Range, but she isn't prepared when her ex-boyfriend, who still haunts her every thought, wants to join her. Before Britt can explore her feelings for Calvin, an unexpected blizzard forces her to seek shelter in a remote cabin and accept the hospitality of its 2 very handsome occupants. But these men are fugitives, and they take her hostage. In exchange for her life, Britt agrees to guide the men off the mountain. As they set off, Britt knows she must stay alive long enough for Calvin to find her. Things get even more complicated when Britt finds chilling evidence of a series of murders that took place on that very mountain, a discovery that may make her the killer's next target. But nothing is as it seems in the mountains, and everyone is keeping secrets, including Mason, one of her kidnappers. His kindness is confusing Britt. Is he an enemy or an ally? Okay, next I have a 4-book series. Oh, it has the numbers on the side. Yeah! Okay, so these are the Beach Lane books, but it's an au pair series, and it just looks like such a great summer read. So the first one is Beach Lane, and the second one is Skinny Dipping, The third one is Sunkissed, and the last one is Crazy Hot. And these are by Melissa De La Cruz, and I forget what else Melissa De La Cruz wrote, but she wrote something that I read and I liked. 4 kids, 3 girls, 1 beach lane. Meet the new au pairs for one of New York's wealthiest families, Eliza Thompson, Mara Walters, and Jackie Velasco. Eliza, New York's former it girl, needs a way back into the social scene after her family's financial collapse. But can she hide her new job from her old friends? Mara's trying to escape another boring summer in her one-horse Massachusetts town. Luckily, the kid's older brother Ryan is anything but boring. And Jackie is hoping to find a certain boy, one who said he would call but never did. He might be closer than she thinks. As the 3 girls living at One Beach Lane will soon find out, balancing their new jobs, their new romances, and the Hampton social scene is no easy feat. But if they can stick it out and stick together, they might just have the summer of their lives. So it just sounds like a really cute, easy contemporary read. Next up I have a duology that just sounded super fun. Unfortunately, one book is paperback and one book is hardcover, but look at how nice these spines are together, so I can't even get mad. These 2 books are by Kathy McCullough, and the first one is called Don't Expect Magic, and the second one is called Who Needs Magic? Delaney Collins doesn't believe in fairy tales, and why should she? Her mom is dead, her best friend is across the country, and she's stuck in California with Dr. Hank, her famous life coach father, a man she barely knows. Happily ever after? Yeah, right. Then, Dr. Hank tells her an outrageous secret. He's a fairy godmother, an FG, and he can prove it. And by the way, the FG gene is hereditary, meaning there's a good chance that New Jersey tough girl Delaney is someone's fairy godmother. Even though she's not the pink and sparkly type, Delaney soon finds herself with a client, Flynn Becker, a boy at her new school who's hopelessly in love with a girl who doesn't know he exists. Flynn's wish is Delaney's command. With her customized black boots and a chopstick wand, Delaney does everything in her power to make Flynn's wish come true. But what happens when a fairy godmother needs a wish of her own? Let's just be real, it sounds like a fun read, and then there was the second one, Who Needs Magic? So I just thought they just sound nice. They just sound like an easy read, a light thing, not too serious, and that's just what I need right now. This book has been getting a lot of hype on BookTube because it is super creepy and it's new, and it is You by Carolyn Kepnes. When aspiring writer Guinevere Beck strides into the bookstore where Joe works, he's instantly smitten. Beck is everything Joe has ever wanted. She's gorgeous, tough, razor smart, and sexier than his wildest dreams. He'd kill to have her. Beck doesn't know it yet, but she's perfect for him, and soon she can't resist her feelings for a guy who seems custom made for her. When a string of macabre accidents tears her world apart, there's only one person she can turn to. But there's more to Joe than Beck realizes, and much more to Beck than her perfect facade. The obsessive relationship quickly spirals into a whirlwind of deadly consequences. The thing about this book is that I guess the guy is a creepy stalker, and the book is written as if he's talking to the girl, so he says you do this, you do that. So as you're reading it, it feels like he's saying it to you, and that's why it's so creepy. So I'm excited to read this because even though it's terrifying sounding, I'm excited. Okay, now on to my final book from my book outlet haul. This is a book that I have already read this year. Well, I listened to it on audiobook and I absolutely loved it, and I really just wanted to have a copy because I am obsessed with the cover, and that is The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. It is so good. I highly recommend it. It's the only Holly Black novel I've ever read, and I absolutely love it. Tana lives in a world where walled cities called Coldtowns exist. In them, quarantine monsters and humans mingle in a decadently bloody mix of predator and prey. And once you pass through Coldtown's gates, you can never leave. One morning, after a perfectly ordinary party, Tana wakes up surrounded by corpses. The only other survivors of this massacre are her exasperatingly endearing ex-boyfriend, infected and on the edge, and a mysterious boy burned with a terrible secret. Shaken and determined, Tana enters a race against the clock to save the 3 of them the only way she knows how, by going straight to the wicked, opulent heart of Coldtown itself. This book is so freaking good, and I'm so glad that I bought it, and I am obsessed with the cover and the veins, and this book is just gorgeous. I would love to know if you have read any of these books and what your opinions are on them, because it would really help me. If you've read The Au Pairs, if you've read Don't Expect Magic, anything of these that you've read, even if it's the ones that I've already read, like Coldest Girl and Coldtown, please comment down below. I'd love to talk to you about them and what your recommendations are. And if you have any other books to recommend that could be like any of these, please also leave your recommendations in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye, guys.